Africa blood. Get the goons like magic. Put the goon talk with the goon walk with the goon walk with the streets. Everybody going Michael Jackson, no Thriller. I'm a psychopathic goat killer. You ain't never seen a motherfucker real. See this radical. Wait till we get some people in here. I'm gonna go live for an hour, guys. For an hour, we'll see who shows up, if anybody shows up. I gotta find that share button. I gotta find my share. I gotta find my share button. I gotta find my share button. First off, let me pop that chat. Let me pop that chat out. Let me pop that chat out. Let me pop that chat out. Man, I'm going to have to... Bingo, there it is. Make sure that everybody know I'm going live. We'll get some people in, get some people in. I already changed that. Why did it not change? What's up, man? What's good? What's good? What's good? Gotta send some tweets out real quick. Close that. Stream health is looking a little... Yeah, it's doing all right. Anyways, where's my chat? I gotta pop my chat out. Pop the chat. Pop the chat. What's good, man? How everybody doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? I ain't want to do a whole nother podcast video talking about the second part of that interview. So I figured I would just... Yo. Trying to get some stuff sent out. All right, we should be good right there. Pull that down. Big G, what's up? You think he kept it a buck, Big Rob? I feel like he dodged a few questions. No. Let me not say that. Let me not say he dodged a few questions. I felt like he didn't answer some of Sway questions. Rather than that, he kept it real, but I felt like he didn't answer, like the whole blackball from Shea 45 or whatever. Like, it was kind of like he didn't even answer that. Like, it was just a known thing or whatever, that by what Sway said, he couldn't come back up there. So, man, Aziz, bro, where you been? You got a lot to say? I'm ready to hear it, bro. No, because no. What I'm saying is not the blackballing of trying to shelf him, but the blackballing from Shea 45, because Sway was like, yeah, you can come up, but then he was like, oh, I don't know what you did, bro, but they don't want you up here. So it's kind of like Sway answered it, but M didn't give no answer to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he just kind of dodged it. Like, it was like saying yes, but not saying yes. If you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I felt like that he didn't really allude to that. You know, it's more parts to the interview, but he didn't allude to that. Now, what I said in the comment section of that video, I was like, you know what? Let's say M kept it a buck, and he didn't try to shelve Machine Gun Kelly, right? But that don't mean that Paul didn't try to shelve Machine Gun Kelly, because you got to remember that M is Paul's like baby. That's his golden goose. You don't want some other artist stressing out your moneymaker. You know what I mean? So it could have been that Paul just took that upon himself to be like, you know what? I'm gonna make some phone calls about this Kelly guy. So that was my whole thing. But y'all give me y'all feedback, what y'all thought about that, because some things were said, some things was danced around. I don't know. Like what my boy here Zeus is saying. If you go back to the Joe Budden podcast, Joe let you know that Eminem's been like cuddled. You feel what I'm saying? Because he even says things like, I don't even know if I made any money off Slaughterhouse. You feel what I'm saying? That means someone else is handling a bunch of your stuff. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to go against M on that, because when you just a dude from Detroit and then you got all these so-called pros and experts and stuff like that, then it's like you may listen to them because they seem to know more about it than you do. So I get that, but over and over again, I mean, I know, but what I'm saying is we have that mentality now because we've had so many artists come out about how their money's missing. I mean, look what happened to Funk Volume. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about he hasn't, all right, like with the whole Joe thing, he was bashing Untouchables, but still was supporting M on Revival. So for a while, and I don't know how many interviews y'all have watched, but for a while, Joe wouldn't even answer no questions about Slaughterhouse because he was like, I don't even know if I can talk about it. I liked Untouchables too. I didn't like that one little hook part where like, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. Yeah, they are. I mean, yeah, they playing it out. Yeah, like no, like for real. Like if you go to Dope or Trash at the end of 2017 with him and with Joe Budden and Charlemagne, he tells you he is supporting Eminem. He just doesn't like uh he just doesn't like when people of business try to like make money off the plight of colored people. That's what he said. I mean, 100%. And he even said it on his podcast when he went back to his podcast. And I listened to the whole thing. I said, okay. But then when everybody was like, Joe kept saying Revival was trash. Joe kept saying Revival was trash. Joe kept saying it was trash. I'm like, where's everybody getting this from? It's because Charlemagne kept saying it was trash. He even said that his BET cipher was trash. And Joe was like, I was impressed just because he rhymed orange with so many words. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always was showing that support, but somehow they got cuddled together, and I didn't understand it. I was watching Crook's Corner. Exact. All right. With what you saying right there about M is also flipped too, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's flipped for M too. M can't really be judging nobody in the public eye either. So it goes both ways for those two. But as far as they go, I just want to see them in the booth, and I really don't want to talk about Joe. Uh, I believe that. Now, that's the part that kind of it pissed me off, but it made me happy too, though. Um, when he said that he didn't know about the tweet till a year later, it made me mad, but it also made me happy because he's letting you know I didn't even know about it, right? True, true that, but my argument to what you're saying there about what he's accomplished goes back to the way the machine works. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's like that there to me. Like when I go back to the way the machine works, let me tell you something. Um, I don't know, man. Here's the thing. When I heard Encore and Relapse, I was not a fan of them. But when I heard Recovery, I was happy. And a lot of people did not like Recovery like I did. But then when Revival came out, it was the same way. Like a lot of people didn't like Revival the way that I liked Revival. So, but hey, I wanted to say this before we keep going with it or whatever. What if all this is a conspiracy? Like, what if M is just boosting Machine Gun Kelly because Machine Gun Kelly may be coming off of Bad Boy's record label soon, and then he signs Machine Gun Kelly over the Shady Records? What if all this is just a big conspiracy? What if it's all a conspiracy? Because he did was like, I'm not going to answer Machine Gun Kelly right now. He said if he signed him, I'll stop listening. I would stop listening. Bro. Bro, I'm just saying, what if he's just building up an artist that he can swing over to Shady Records and just be like, boom. Everybody just got straight done. He didn't really use Haley though. Like, here's the thing. He was saying he ain't diss him for Haley, but he did mention Haley in the diss. That's why some of the stuff is not lining up for what he's saying. You feel me? Which video did I see? Which video? Cause see, like the video, part 2 of the video of the actual interview, dropped like 11 o'clock at night where I was at. I was already uploading my podcast when it came out. No, I'm just saying what I'm saying is M drops a response in like 2 weeks, right? After he's done with all these music videos he's making. When he's done with the music videos, he drops a fire response, right? And then Machine Gun Kelly fires back. And then the end of the year happens, and next thing you know, we see them in a picture together, like beef has been squashed. Machine Gun Kelly signs to Shady Records. I'm just saying, like, what if this is just a big ploy, and we're all going to get head turned by the end of it? I'm just saying, conspiracy. I mean, he could have had Rap Devil Pre. Well, I don't know if he had a. I'm not going to lie. I don't really know. I'm just saying, like, we could all get head turned, bro. Hey, look, we could all get head turned, and then we going to all be looking stupid. Like, everybody's going to be looking dumb. The stands going to be looking dumb. The people against Eminem going to be looking dumb. Everybody going to be looking dumb. like, how did this happen? Like, what? When? The rhythm. I didn't watch the video because I already heard the song, and I don't know, man. Music videos, if they not like concept videos, I'm not too big in them because a lot of them don't make sense to what's being shown. You know what I mean? That's just me. No, because, like, M still has to shoot these vids. You feel me? Like, M still has to shoot the vids for the album. Like, when you drop the album, when you do the album rollout, I mean, you got to drop your videos for the album. You feel me? Because none of this stuff on, you're not going to catch none of this content from Kamikaze on the radio. You feel me? He made like no radio tracks. This was pure rapping. So you got to do your vids after the album. Then you chill. And then that's when you can start to address everything that there is. You know what I'm saying? So what we got so far? 2 vids, right? 2 vids that I know of that came off right now. I see maybe 2 more dropping. That's it. And like, then he can address everything. But personally, I also came in here because how many of y'all actually know Slaughterhouse or listen to their music? Because I've been going back listening to Slaughterhouse, and Fall and Lucky You, the only 2, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you have a chance to get multiple people dissing you, then wait. So then you can have an album. All right, put you like this. Smartest thing to do. The same way Bone Thugs did it with The Art of War, right? They had World War I and World War II. They let it be known that that album was addressing everyone who said something about them. You know what I'm saying? From their own streets to other rappers. after that album, they wasn't going to be doing no diss tracks after that. You know what I mean? So they dropped a 2-disc album addressing everybody. Called it The Art of War, World War I, World War II, and they were done. And they just did their music after that. I don't think Joe Crooked, you got Button, you got Crooked Eye Button, and you got Joella or Joel. Some people call him Joel. I heard him call himself Joella, so I call him Joella. Right? Slaughterhouse. That was Slaughterhouse. Yellow Wolf was not a part of Slaughterhouse. And M was not a part of Slaughterhouse. Hey KJ, how you doing, man? I'm glad you made it this time. Actually, I'm glad all y'all made it because I really want to talk about this. Hit the bell. I know, right? No, you don't understand. KJ has to get a lot of sleep. Oh yeah. Yellow Wolf. To be honest with you, Yellow Wolf was a major part of Slaughter's success with the hooks, because he does amazing hooks. He really, really does, and I kind of feel like he's underrated in that era. In that area, I mean, yeah, in that area, he's underrated. So, personally, I've been trying to rethink who was the weakest link. Who was the weakest link in Slaughterhouse? Because I used to think it was one person. Then I went back with a little bit more seasoned listening ears to quite a few of their songs, and my thought process began to change. I began to rearrange the theme of the actual group with the actual bars. See, I had that mixed up at first. You feel me? So I used to think, I went back and listened to like 3 of their hit songs. One was completely trash. And then I went back and listened to like 7 songs of Slaughter's. You know what I mean? So then I listened to the theme, the theme of Slaughterhouse has always been grimy, dark, and like some people say like depressing or whatever, but you know, emo, like an emo style of a group. So then I start listening to people's hooks, right? I think that, one, they did not give Royce enough creative freedom, because Royce knows how to make a very good song, period. He can sing on hooks. He can change his rap style so many freaking different ways. So I kind of felt like, I used to think Joe Budden was the weakest, right? And I used to be like, all right, Royce has been tight. And then I said, Crooked has been nice with the lyrics. Like, he's been nice, right? And then I was like, well, Joel is nice, and Joe seemed kind of like the weak link. But when I went back and started looking at the actual meaning of the group, like the emo, grimy, just gritty. Joella is actually the weakest of the link. And Joe is before him because Joe has done nothing but made raw music. So when I started going back listening to the bars, I'm like, I had the theme of the group mixed up because they was all wordsmiths, right? I feel like Joella didn't fit the group. He really didn't fit it. If you go back and listen to Joe's bars over Joella's bars, Joe always been emo. Like, Joe always been emo. He's a perfect freaking fit. Like, when I was wondering, I was like, where is Joe on Psychopathic Killers? Because this would really fit Joe. Something's a little off. But then we get the backstory. So I was just wondering. I think I definitely think Royce was held back. You feel me? Like, I really do think Royce was held back because Royce knows how to make a good song altogether. 50 the best hook. I don't know about that. Actually, I agree with you, Matthew. Obi Trice was always good. But again, with Obi Trice, Joe made an excellent point when he said when you get to success in the business, he said most dudes who know how to rap don't know how to make a song. So you got to learn how to make a song, right? I actually think the problem with D12's issue, once they kind of lost proof, you already had a mental crushing state on D12. But I think D12's issue was no one polished the skills to spread out and be able to do everything that was needed to make songs. You feel me? Bizarre's rapping style would be overly offensive in 2018. You can't survive that way. You cannot survive that way at all. But I started to believe that Joella was actually the weakest of the link. And I also thought that Royce was the best. Then Crooked, then Joe, because Joe's rapping style just fit the gritty, dirty, dark, emo